Yogis, welcome back. We are moving into part 8 of the beginner series. If you're not following along with the beginner series, feel free to just dive right in. We're going to start today in the middle of our mat with our legs crossed in our easy pose. Find your way there. You can go ahead, close your eyes. Roll your shoulder blades up and down your back. And breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. Setting an intention for our practice today. So no matter what happened throughout your day, just let it go. You are here now, and we are going to spend the next 30 to 40 minutes together flowing and breathing. So notice how you feel right now. And we'll check in at the end of class to see if that's a little bit better or maybe a lot better. Deep belly breaths here. And on your next inhale, flutter your eyes open. Take your hands to your knees and let's do some circles here. So finding your cat and cow. So as you come forward, arch your back, and as you come back, round your spine, going in either direction. As always, we'll go both ways. Just warming up the spine and the hips here. Go ahead, change your direction. Pull your belly button in. Try to engage your core. Two more circles. And then we'll meet in the center, neutral spine. We'll take this into a twist. Left hand behind our back to kickstand our spine up nice and straight. Right hand to left knee. Gaze over your left shoulder. Twist. Pull your belly button in. Go ahead, change sides. Left hand to right knee. Right hand behind your back. Sit up nice and straight. Take your gaze over your right shoulder. Twist. Belly button in nice and tight. Come back through center. Let's roll forward on our knees so we can come into our tabletop pose. So readjust yourself on your mat if you need. And we'll take some cat and cow from here. So inhale, drop the belly, lift the gaze, curl tailbone up. And exhale, round. At this point, you should be familiar with cat and cow, so take it on your own, linking your breath with your movement. Maybe going side to side with the hips here as well. Whatever feels good for you and your body today. And on your next inhale, let's meet in tabletop neutral spine. Kick your right heel up behind you. Leg is bent, coming into tiger pose. Left hand reaches back to catch a hold of the outside of that right foot. Kick the foot into the hand. Open up your chest. Breathe into those shoulders. If you've been slouching all day at a desk, this should definitely feel like a deep stretch. Kick a little bit extra hard at the end. And release. Let's change sides. Left heel kicks up and back. Knee is bent. Right hand catches a hold of the outside edge of the left foot and kick the foot into the hand. gaze at something that's not moving to find your balance. And kick a little bit harder if you feel like you're losing the balance. Breathing into that shoulder. Kick one more time. And release. Tabletop pose. Go ahead, tuck your toes under, walk your palms a little bit forward, and unfold into your downward facing dog. Pedal out the heels here. Waking up the hamstrings. Look forward and go ahead, take a stroll to the top of your mat, one step at a time. We'll meet in a forward fold, head is heavy, knees right over your ankles. And let's roll up to mountain, one vertebrae at a time. Pull your belly button in here. Head and chest are the last to make their way up. Arms reach up, palms facing each other, high mountain. Dive forward with a flat back, fold. Right foot steps back, left foot meets it, down dog. Ripple forward nice and slow through to your plank pose. Exhale, lower to your belly. Baby cobra, fingertips underneath the shoulders, squeeze the elbows, squeeze your glutes, lift your chest, inhale. And exhale, release, pushing through knee plank or high plank, and back to down dog. Look forward, baby step your way up to the top of the mat, one step at a time, and fold once you're there. Roll up into your mountain pose, nice and slow, one vertebrae at a time. Head and chest are the last to make their way up. Palms reach up, facing each other. High mountain, gaze is up. Exhale, dive forward, flat back. Fold, hands plant. Left foot steps back. Right foot meets it. Down dog. Ripple forward through to your plank pose. Use your core strength. And lower to the belly. Squeeze the elbows in. Fingertips underneath the shoulders. Glutes are strong. Lift up, baby cobra. Exhale, release. Pushing through knee plank or high plank. And back to down dog. Look forward, right foot steps in between the palms. Low lunge. Left foot meets it. Fold. Arms at a T. Reverse your swan dive. Palms touch above head. Exhale, dive forward. Hands plant. Right foot steps back. Left foot meets it. Down dog. And taking your full vinyasa or modifying plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, left foot steps in between the palms. Low lunge. Right foot meets it. Fold. Reverse your swan dive, flat back. Palms touch above head. Exhale, dive forward, hands plant. Left foot steps back. Right foot meets it, down dog. And vinyasa, plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg rises this time. Look forward and step the foot in between the palms. low lunge. Left foot meets it, fold, reverse your swan dive, palms touch above head. Exhale, dive forward, hands plant. Right foot steps back, left foot meets it, and Vinyasa plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg rises nice and high and steps through, low lunge. Right foot meets it at the top. Fold, reverse your swan dive, palms touch above head. Exhale, dive forward, hands plant. Left foot steps back, right foot meets it, down dog, and take a vinyasa. Again, if the vinyasas are ever too much for you, you're free to skip them out. Look forward, let's take a stroll to the top of our mat for a fold. Hips sit back, chair pose, arms reach up and out. Dive forward over straight legs, fold. Right foot steps back, left foot meets it, down dog. And right leg rises and steps through, warrior one. Back foot at a 45-degree angle, palms reach up. Exhale, hands frame the right foot, step back, down dog, and vinyasa plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg rises and steps through, warrior one. Back foot at a 45-degree angle, arms reach straight up, palms face each other. Inhale. Exhale, hands frame left foot, step back, down dog, and vinyasa plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Look forward, just baby step your way to the top of your mat, or hop if you're ready for that. Fold. Hips sit back, chair pose. Exhale, dive forward over straight legs. Left foot steps back, right foot meets it, down dog, breathe. Right leg rises and steps through, warrior two. Back foot at a 45-degree angle. Rise up, palms face each other. Exhale, hands frame right foot. Step back, down dog, and a vinyasa plank, chaturanga, up dog, down dog. Left leg rises and steps through, warrior one. Back foot at a 45-degree angle. Rise up. Exhale, hands frame left foot. Step back, dog. And vinyasa plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in your down dog for about 5 breaths. Reconnecting here. Noticing if your mood shifted at all since we started class. Right leg rises on your next inhale and steps through. Warrior two. Back foot parallel with the short edge of your mat. Windmill your arms up. Gaze over your left or your right fingertips. Sit a little bit lower. Reverse your warrior, left hand down, right arm up. Look up. Go ahead, straighten your right leg for triangle pose. Reach your fingertips forward as much as you can. Right arm down, left arm up. pull your right hip back a little bit more if you can. Gaze up towards your left fingertips. Look down at the mat. Go ahead, put your left fingertips next to your right foot. Bring your left foot in a little bit more if you need. Your right arm's gonna reach up for your reversed triangle. Now you can take your left hand towards the shin if you need for stabilization, or if you have a block, you can use that here as well. Gaze is up. Pull your belly in. Look up. Hands frame the right foot, low lunge. Step back, down dog. Even out the feet. Go ahead, take a vinyasa plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left side. The left leg rises nice and high and steps through. Warrior 2, back foot parallel with the short edge of the mat. Windmill your arms up, palms face the ground. Gaze over your left fingertips. Reverse your warrior, right hand down, left arm up. Get a nice side body stretch there. Bring the left hand back a little bit more if you can. Back to warrior 2 and straighten the front leg, coming into our triangle pose. So fingertips reach as far as they can towards the front of the mat. Right arm is up, pull your left hip back. Gaze up towards those right fingertips. Pull your belly button in. Imagine your head, spine, hips, all in one line here. So you're pushing up against an imaginary wall behind you. Start to look down. Bring your right hand next to the left foot. Back foot could step in a little bit if you need. Can stay on the ground or come to the shin block floor. Left arm up. Revolve triangle. Pull your belly button in. This is a nice deep twist. Look up towards your left hand if you can. Left hand down, right hand down. Step back, down dog. Even out the feet. And take your vinyasa plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg rises and steps through. Warrior 2. Back foot parallel. Arms up, palms face the ground. Reverse your warrior. Left arm down, right arm up. Take it into a little bit of a back bend if you can. Straighten the right leg. Reach towards the front of your mat for a triangle. Pull your right hip back. Left arm is up. Finding that flat back position. Look down. Left hand next to the right foot. Right arm reaches up. Find your twist here. Taking your left hand to the shin if you need. You want to try to find a flat back position here as well. This one's a little tricky. I would say this is a very hard pose for me. Let me know how you do with it. Engage the legs to stabilize. Pull your right hip back. Hands frame the right foot. Step back, down dog. And vinyasa plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Left leg rises and steps through. Warrior two. Back foot parallel. Rise up. Check the alignment of the feet. I still check every single time. It helps to have a mirror too, so you can just look straight ahead and see for yourself. Right arm down, left arm up. Gaze is up. Reverse. Straighten your left leg. Triangle pose. Fingertips reach forward. Right arm's up. Gaze up. Imagine your back's up against the wall. Belly button pulls in. Pull your left hip back a little bit more than you want to. Right hand next to the left foot. Step your back foot in a little bit if you need. Bring your hand to a block, your shin, floor, left arm up, twist. Belly button pulls in. Left arm reaches up. Gaze is up. Engage the legs to stabilize. Hands frame the left foot. Step back, down dog. And Vinyasa plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Breathe in your down dog. Sit your hips up a little bit higher. Your chest a little bit closer to your thighs. And on your next inhale, right leg rises nice and high, glutes turn on. Right foot steps through. Warrior two again. Windmill the arms up. Reverse, left arm down, right arm up. Look up. Straighten the right leg, triangle pose. We're going to do things a little bit differently here. This time, take your left hand to your left hip. Gaze is about a foot in front of the right pinky toe. Bend into the right knee and plant your hand a foot in front of the right pinky toe. Coming into half moon. Left leg comes up. Feel your glutes strong here on both legs. Your outer glutes are what's going to support you here. If this feels good, you can float your left arm up. You can take your bottom hand to a block if you need. I know sometimes at home we don't always have props, so just do whatever you can today. This time, left fingertips are going to come down next to the right. Square off the hips. Keep your left leg as straight as you can. Our right arm's going to reach up for that revolved triangle. Twist. Both hands down. Left foot steps back. Down dog. Go ahead and take your Vinyasa plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. I realize I was maybe a little out of the shot there, so I'm going to scooch back a little bit on my mat so you can see me better this time. Left leg rises nice and high. Step it through. Warrior two. Back foot parallel. Windmill the arms up. Should be familiar with this part. Right arm down, left arm up, reverse. Straighten the left leg. Triangle pose. Right arm up. Right hand to your right hip. Bend into your left knee. Gaze about a foot in front of your right or left pinky toe, and put your hand about a foot in front of your left pinky toe. Come up into your half moon pose. And float your right arm up if you can. Square off the hips, right hand next to the left. Keep your right hand down. This time turn your left arm up for your revolved half moon. Try to engage both legs as much as you can. Twist a little bit deeper, open it up. Both hands down, step back, low lunge, and down dog. Take your vinyasa plank, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, down dog. Right leg rises and steps through crescent lunge. So back toes are tucked, heel spikes up, rise up. Palms face each other. Hands come to prayer. Put all the weight in your right front foot. We're going to try to step from here into dancing Shiva without letting the left foot come down. So find your focus, and on your next inhale, left foot comes up. Thigh is parallel with the mat. Keep your hands at heart center for balance. Right hand to left knee. Left arm reaches back. Find your twist. Hands come back to heart center. Find your balance. We're going to shoot our left leg right back. Crescent. Arms reach up. Hands frame the right foot. Left arm down, or left hand down. Right arm up for your runner's lunge with a twist. Gaze is up. We're gonna roll to the outside edges of both feet. So like we did before, open your feet like a book. And we're gonna stack the feet for side plank. If side plank is too much for you, one foot can come in front, or you can stagger the feet or drop the back knee down. So find what's accessible for you to where you can breathe and hold it. Plank pose. And go ahead, push right back to down dog. I know it's a lot on the arms. And breathe. Left leg rises and step it through. Right toes are tucked, heel spikes up. Crescent. Palms face each other. And palms come to heart center. Same thing, we're going to step up into our dancing Shiva. So find your focus. Maybe gaze on something that's not moving. Try to not step your right foot to the ground if you can. And on your next inhale, find your way there. Gather your balance. Left hand to right knee. Right arm back. Twist, open it up. Hands come back through heart center. Step that right foot back. Crescent lunge. Arms reach up. Hands frame the left foot. Right hand down, left arm up for that twist. Open up your back a little bit more here if you can. And then roll to the outer edges of both feet. And try to stack the legs if you can. Side plank. Take the same variation you did on the first side. Keep things nice and even. Push the hips up a little bit higher. Back to our plank pose. And right back to down dog. Breathe. We'll do that one more time. Catch your breath. Right leg rises and steps through crescent pose. Arms reach straight up and hands come to heart center, moving a little bit quicker. Find your focus. Left foot comes up, dancing Shiva. Right hand to left knee, left arm back, twist. Hands come back to prayer. Left foot goes back, high crescent. Hands frame right foot, left arm down, right arm up, twist. Roll to the outside edges of both feet. Side plank. One nice deep breath here. And exhale back to plank. And back to down dog. Left leg rises and steps through. Crescent. Rise up. Hands at prayer. Find your focus. Right knee comes in. Dancing Shiva. Left hand to right knee. Right arm back. Twist. Hands come back to prayer. Right foot goes back. Crescent. Find your balance. Hands frame left foot. Right arm down. Left arm up. Twist. Roll to the outside edges of both feet. Stack the legs if you can. Side plank. Back to plank pose. And back to down dog. Find your breath. You can go ahead and come to your knees here if you need. Just take 5 breaths of whatever you need, whether it's staying in down dog or taking a quick child's pose. I will leave it up to you. And everybody on your next inhale, let's meet on our knees. We're gonna come into forearm plank. So you might notice I skipped some of our vinyasas out. That was intentional. So come like you're coming into tabletop pose, but have your forearms on the ground, about shoulder width distance. So maybe grab opposite elbows and measure. Hands are nice and wide here. We're gonna step back 1 foot at a time into our full forearm plank. Lift your low belly in and up and bring your chest forward. We're gonna hold here for about 10 breaths. I know. You got it. In through the nose and out through the nose. Think about zipping your low abs in and up. If this is ever too much, you can lower into your knee forearm plank. So do what feels right for you and your body. Again, you might have noticed class 10 is a headstand practice, so poses like this are really going to help you build up the right strength to stabilize in your headstand. 2 more breaths. And everybody lower your belly down. Sphinx pose. Pull your elbows back towards your hips. Look up. Just take a moment here to breathe. We're going to go back into our forearm plank in a second. Tuck the toes under. Lift back up into your forearm plank. This time, lift your hips up like down dog and walk your feet in for dolphin pose. Pull your belly button in as much as you can. Once you walk in a little bit more. But you want to keep your back flat. So imagine I had my knee in your back. There's no space for it to be rounding. Keep it nice and flat. Inhale. Lift your right leg up. So we're just on our left leg here, but keep the back flat. Pull your belly button in to do that. Right foot down. Left foot up. Keep the back flat. I'm gonna say that a lot here. Pull the belly button in. Lift your left leg up. Left foot down, feet walk back, forearm plank, and back to Sphinx pose. Relax, open it up here. Go ahead, pulling out your palms underneath your shoulders. This time, let's press into knee plank or high plank and back to down dog. We're gonna go ahead and take a quad stretch. So right foot's gonna step through, low lunge, left knee lowers. Rise up one hand at a time for this quad stretch. Find your balance, and to do that, pull your hips in. So how our hips were engaged in half moon, find that same engagement in the outer hips here. Hips push forward and down. Our left hand's gonna reach back for our left foot. Flip your grip if you can and pull the heel in towards the glute. So you might notice my fingertips are almost facing down to get my elbow to lift up. If this isn't working for you, you're falling over, you can't stabilize, you can take your left hand down and reach your right hand back for your quad stretch. So do what works for you. Gotta get back to where I was. This one's also not easy for me, but it's a really, really great quad stretch. And it feels really good too. Try to keep your back as flat as you can here. Be with the wobbles if you're having any like me today. Go ahead, release that left foot. Hands frame the right foot. And we're gonna straighten the right leg for a variation of our half split. So our left toes are gonna tuck under. And we're actually gonna sit back on our left heel and point our right toes. Arms come behind our back. And think about putting your forehead to your knee here. Pull your belly button in. It's a really great stretch into the left foot. And it's a really great stretch into the top of the right foot. Go ahead, release. Walk back into your low lunge. Press back to down dog. And we'll change sides. Left foot can step through. Low lunge, right knee lowers. You can scrub the right knee back a little bit if you'd like. Rise up nice and slow. And we'll take it into our quad stretch from here. So either variation you prefer. If you want to, use the opposite hand to reach back, you can do that. Otherwise, our right hand's going to reach back for our right foot. Pull it in if you can. Using that hip strength to stabilize here. It's hard to stretch and strengthen simultaneously. That's what makes yoga challenging, right? And it makes it fun because we're learning and making a new connection with our body. This is a great pose for that. That really has little to no risk. I mean, we're not super high off the ground. We're not on an arm balance. So chances are we're going to be fine if we fall over. So this is a good pose to play around in it. Sit your hips a little bit more forward and down to get deeper into that quad. And go ahead, release. Hands can plant and frame the left foot, straighten the left leg. Keep the right toes tucked under for that variation of half splits. Sit back on your right heel. Point your left toes as much as you can. Pull your belly button in. Arms back. And think about trying to plant your forehead to your knee. So it might not happen. It's really not happening for me unless I want to unnaturally round. And there's safe ways to round our spine. And then there's ways of forcing our spine. So if you're naturally not touching your left knee, this is a yin yoga pose, then you're just not touching your left knee, and that's perfectly okay. In yin yoga, which I incorporate some of those poses in here, we don't use our strength to stretch. You just use the flexibility you already have to go as far as you can into the pose. So this is one of those poses. Go ahead, bend into the left knee. Hands frame the left foot. Step back, down dog. We'll go ahead and take pigeon on the right and left. So right knee towards right wrist. Left leg back behind us. Square off the hips. And you can stay up onto the palms if you like, or fold forward. So when I first started practicing yoga, when it would come to this part of class, I also like to practice online. I've practiced online for most of my yoga career. It just always worked a little bit better for me. And I really liked being alone when I practiced. So I don't know if you relate to that, but that was just always my preference. I practiced in studio before. However, when it would come to this part of class, the wind down period, I would just turn the yoga video off and go on with my day. I would skip all these poses because I was more focused on the strengthening aspect of yoga. I wasn't focused on the healing aspect in my early days. Now I'm like totally the opposite. I absolutely love these poses. I would, like I said in my last video, I would rather do a full class of just stretching, healing poses as opposed to playing chaturanga up dog. It just kind of resonates with me more, and it just feels so good to me now. So don't skip these out. These are so important for your hips and a healthy long life. So give these to yourself, even if they're kind of boring. Just be present with me here. You know me, I'll talk your ear off. On your next inhale, push up. Press the palms in, tuck the left toes under. Let's come out of our pigeon pose with dignity. Bring your right shin into your chest and back to down dog. Left knee to left wrist, pigeon on the second side. Right leg back. Square off the hips and fold forward and down. Breathe. So I would absolutely love to know if you guys prefer practicing in studio or online. I know right now with lockdowns and everything, online's the only option. But I was actually kind of unique in the fact that I had already practiced online. So when lockdowns came in, I was perfectly set up for my fitness studio. So that was really not an issue for me. But I know for some people, they're so used to practicing in studio. Maybe they have kids and they need to get out of the house. So for me, I just have a cat and a husband. It wasn't a big deal for me, but I would love to know your personal experience. One more inhale here, and we'll push up, coming out of our pigeon pose strong. Right toes tuck, pull the left shin into the chest, back to down dog. Last down dog of class. Notice if it's different from the beginning. And let your knees come down to the mat. We're going to take a wide leg fold from here, and then we'll lower to our back and close. So legs as wide as you can take them. Till your legs are straight. So if you need to sit up on a block or a blanket, that's great. Please do that. Sit up nice and straight. And we're going to walk forward one palm at a time until we find some resistance in the inner thighs. Once you feel that, hold there. You can bow the head forward if you like. And breathe. Once you get settled in, try to walk a little bit further forward. Pull your belly button in a little bit more. Think about trying to put an arch in your lower back to stick your booty out behind you. That will really help you find that sensation on the inner thighs even more. Walk back in, one palm at a time. Sit up nice and straight, and just bring your legs straight out in front of you. We'll take our standard forward fold. Option to bring a block in front of the feet if you would like a little extra length. Arms reach straight up, hinge at the hips, and dive forward, catching a hold of whatever you can. Again, using your props where needed. The only downside to using a block here is it's a little more difficult to lift the heels off the ground, which will cue that you have your legs engaged. So if you can lift your heels off the ground here, that's really great because you can keep your quads contracted. Pull your belly button in. Hold a little bit harder. Release. Arms straight in front of us. Pull your low belly in again. And let's lower to the mat, one vertebrae at a time. Try not to move your feet if you can. I know my legs are wiggling here. And come to your back. We're going to take this into happy baby pose. So go ahead, bring your legs up and open your knees wide. You're going to reach your arms inside of your knees and catch a hold of the outside of your feet. From here, you're going to shine your feet up towards the ceiling and flex your toes, all while trying to keep your spine flat to the ground. If your low back or upper back is coming off the ground, catch a hold of your ankles or your shins. You do want to have your back totally flat to the ground here. So go to your edge. Once you're there, use your hands to pull into your feet and then pull your knees right into your armpits or towards the ground. So me and my mom practiced with this yoga instructor, and he said the most inappropriate thing about this pose one time, and I just cannot stop thinking about it every time I take this pose. So I won't share that with you today, but every time we're in this pose, I think of it. And it kind of ruined it for me, so I don't teach it as often anymore. Pull a little bit extra hard. And go ahead, release. Bring your knees parallel to the mat, so shins parallel, arms at a T, and drop your legs over towards the right for a twist. Right hand can anchor the knees down, gaze towards the left palm. Pull your low belly in. Checking back in to your intention, noticing if you feel better than when you just started class. If maybe big events of the day seem not as important anymore, maybe you've had more time to process them. On your next inhale, knees float back up to center and over to the left. Anchor the knees down with the left hand if you like, and gaze towards the right. I do recommend taking this class a few times before moving to the next if you are in the beginner series. So do that. Just since we work on that dolphin pose a lot, I really want you guys to feel comfortable in that pose. That will get you ready for headstand, which we will of course do against a wall your first time. Do not try this not with a wall your very first time. I don't want anyone toppling over or getting injured, especially when we're at home and I can't see you. Float back up towards center and let your legs stretch right in front of you. Heels in close, hands in close to the body. Close your eyes for your Shavasana corpse pose. I would like to thank you so much for practicing with me today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And as always, if there's anything you would like to see on my channel, please leave me a comment. Thank you guys so much for practicing with me today. I look forward to seeing you back soon. Namaste, yogis.